Hey, Pastor Steve here. Welcome to Wednesday's Word. Many of you are in a Bible reading plan, and that's great. I want to start at the very first verse in the entire Bible, Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. This verse, I think we really need to pause and to take some time on it because it sets the stage for what follows and what follows after that and what follows after that until we get to our moment in history. Where did it all begin? It's not just the opening line of a fairy tale such as Once Upon a Time or in a galaxy far, far away. The word in the beginning is a single word and it really sets itself apart. Some have translated it to be, first of all, or initially, God created the heavens and the earth. It helps us understand why are we here? How did we get here? And is there something beyond us or things that we can see? And the answer to that question is yes. God, Elohim, is in existence. Elohim, the creator, created everything. It's a plural word, meaning the God of God. It's really a title of his majesty. And behind the scenes, second account of Genesis chapter 2, God is called Yahweh Elohim, Yahweh being his personal name. And so God is both this lofty, mysterious, big being that brought everything to existence, but it's also this close, personal, intimate being that loved to spend time with humanity. Elohim, Yahweh Elohim, has created. This being has created. And this word created is nearly exclusive to the activity of God. On a few other references, it references human activity, such as clearing out a forest or making a way. But obviously, the big difference is that God is able to create something brand new and create on a scale that we cannot even imagine. God's creative ability is beyond what you and I can do in our own little corner of the world. And this is the concept that comes from ex nihilo, that God is able to create out of nothing. Were the materials that we're able to see, were they just in existence as God was eternally existence? Or where did they come from? Were these materials, did the original Adam, did it come from something or someone, or was it always here? In John chapter 1 verse 3, it says all things were created through him. This is a reference to Jesus, actually, that all things were created through him, and apart from him not one thing that has been created was created. That God created everything that we see. It didn't exist until God made it exist. And this could be troubling news for some who think, well, the things that were always here, it always eternally existed, and they just formed and expanded and shaped into what we have today. Sometimes they want to throw God out of the picture. And when you ask them, well, how did these things come into being? Some would just admit and say, well, things have just always existed. Something had to always exist. And so I don't find it very strange to believe and to have a faith that if materials have had to always exist, why can't a being always exist and brought those things into existence? Well, of course, there's people smarter than me debating people who are smarter than me about the technical things behind this, trying to make some sense out of all, if it's even possible. But I do know that it is possible to hold in one hand both a belief in science and a belief in God. The importance of this verse is to understand that there is a God, and that God has created everything that we can see and everything that we cannot see. He created the heavens and the earth. He created everything that we can touch and taste and smell and see and so forth. He created our bodies, but he also created the things that we can't see, the things beyond our own solar system, our own galaxy, our own universe, what's out there. And he's created our bodies as well as our soul and our spirit. He creates the spirits of the spiritual world. Those are things that we can see, and there's things that we cannot see. And I love how David, King David, in Psalm 51:10, he appeals back to this very first verse. He says, God, Elohim, the one who created it all, create, bara, just as you did in the beginning. God, create in me a clean heart and renew a steadfast spirit within me. King David is appealing to the God, the creator of the universe, to create something brand new within him, not just to fix something that's broken, not just to help him turn over a new leaf, not able to take all the pieces and kind of mold them together and take the sins and kind of put the good stuff together and make something more useful. He's saying, create in me something brand new, something that I cannot do on my own. Create something brand new. Bring in new parts and give life to those new parts. Something that science or medicine cannot touch because they are unseen things, the inner workings of his soul and his spirit. And I think that changes the way that you and I pray. With this verse, we have a powerful understanding of who we are praying to and what that being is capable of. How does that affect how you and I pray? Do we pray for God just to be able to kind of come in and clean up the mess and make things a little bit better than before? Or are we really asking God to come in and create something brand new? To be able to come in and create something that only He can create. To come in and to take something that seems like a waste, something that seems chaotic, something that seems so small, and to be able to take those things and create something so beautiful, so amazing, so lasting. I think that this verse, Genesis 1:1, creates amazing power within us because it tells us who God is and how we can be in an engaging relationship with this amazing God. Well, thanks for listening. I'm Pastor Steve. Have a blessed week and be a blessing.